Welcome to Pleopod, the podcast that decodes the future of tech. I'm Arman.
And I'm Maya. Today, we're diving into a major strategic pivot happening in enterprise AI.
That's right, Maya. We're seeing a clear move away from just building fancy AI models to actually deploying and integrating autonomous AI agents into core business operations.
It feels like we're past the experimental phase. Companies are moving beyond just asking questions to having AI systems actually do things, right?
Exactly. Instead of passive chatbots, we're talking about goal-driven agents that can execute multi-step workflows. Think of an agent that can manage your entire travel booking process, not just find flights.
That makes sense. So where is the investment shifting? Is it still in developing the next big foundation model?
Not primarily. The focus is rapidly shifting to inference costs and, more importantly, the infrastructure needed to manage these autonomous agents at scale. Deloitte reports that inference costs are projected to be 2/3 of all AI compute expenditure in 2026. The heavy lifting now is in making these agents work reliably in production.
And that leads to the concept of the implementation layer, which I've been hearing a lot about. It's not just about the model's raw performance anymore?
Precisely. The success of agent deployment is increasingly defined by the maturity of this implementation layer. That includes things like data governance, workflow design, API access, and crucially, action authority. The bottleneck has shifted from model capabilities to how well you can integrate and manage these agents.
That's a fascinating shift. It means that having a great model is only part of the equation. The plumbing and the operational aspects are becoming paramount.
Absolutely. Gartner forecasts a huge jump here. They project that 40% of enterprise applications will feature task-specific AI agents by the end of 2026, up from less than 5% in 2025. That's a massive increase in deployment.
Wow, that's a significant adoption curve. And with that kind of deployment, I imagine managing multiple agents becomes complex.
It does. Enterprises often hit a complexity ceiling around 5 agents. Beyond that, coordination and governance become real challenges without a dedicated orchestration layer. This is where the strategic advantage really starts to show.
So for software builders and companies looking to leverage AI, what's the takeaway? Should they be building their own agents from scratch?
It's becoming a hybrid approach. For standard functions, buying pre-built AI agent platforms is often the priority to get to value faster. But for areas where proprietary data or deep process integration is key, custom development becomes the way to build a defensive moat.
That makes strategic sense. You leverage existing solutions where you can and build your unique value where it truly matters.
Exactly. The competitive advantage in 2026 is really driven by architecture and workflow orchestration, rather than just model-level innovation. Foundational models are becoming more commoditized, so how you deploy and orchestrate them is the new frontier.
It also sounds like having a solid plan is crucial. I recall reading that organizations with formal AI strategies are significantly more likely to achieve production-grade success.
That's a great point. The data shows an 80% success rate for those with formal strategies, compared to only 37% for those without. It highlights the importance of a structured approach, especially as we see enterprise investment in AI agent ecosystems surpassing $600 billion in 2026.
So to recap, the big shift is from building models to deploying agents, with the implementation layer and orchestration being key, and a formal strategy is vital for success.
You've got it. It's an exciting time to be building and integrating AI, moving from theory to tangible operational impact.
Definitely. Thanks for breaking that down, Arman.
My pleasure, Maya. And thank you to our listeners for joining us on Pleopod. We'll catch you next time.